Yeah. So in my analysis, this data is good to go, but for the analysis that I wanted to create, which you saw here, so I did something called movie earnings by title length. That is the length of the title, the number of words in the title, right? To be able to do that analysis, right, you need to create a separate column that calculates uh, what? The title length in words. Now, how do you do that? You can do that in DAX, but sometimes I prefer to do things in Power Query, right? Uh, because of this graphical user interface. But in this case, so I'm trying to take you through some of the things that you encounter in real life, which is getting data from multiple sources, performing some transformations, right? Writing, some query language scripts. In this case, this is M script or Power Query language script. So we're going to use that to extract the length of the words, like the number of words within the movie title. So how do you do that? We go to add column, and then we go to add custom column, right? Okay, before that, maybe I'll name this as movie title. So I go to add column, and I go to custom column, create a custom column. And then in this custom column, the name of the column, right, is what? You want to name it as title length, and then in bracket words. That is the title length in words. Your title length can also be in characters. That is, you're calculating the number of characters. For instance, in this title, the number of characters will be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is for title, then space, which is 6, then length, another 7 characters, then space, which is another one. However, in terms of words, there are only 3 words here. So we want to calculate the length of the movies and the length of the movie titles in words. I've written a script prior to this, a code prior to this, right? Which you can find in that file I shared with you. And it's a Power Query or M language script, right? Which calculates the length in terms of number of words, and that's what we're going to use to calculate this. So if you have that notepad, right, you can copy that. And paste it into your formula. So script, what does it do? It generates a list, right? It splits the movie titles whenever it sees a space. Whenever it sees a space, split it, put them all in a list, then remove some items from that list. For instance, remove hyphen from that list, and remove colon from that list. Whenever you see a colon, remove colon from that list, because hyphen can also be categorized as a single word, and that doesn't make sense. So we need to clean that up. And then finally, count the number of items in that list. That's what the list.count does. So we'll copy all of this. I know this seems complicated. Bear with me. You can avoid this part of this, but just know that the analysis of top grossing movies by your title length in words, you would not be able to do it without doing this. So I'll click OK. And then I'll come into my custom column here within Power Query, and then I will paste it. So if you've titled if your movie title here, the name of the column is just title, you just come here and update it here. But it's for me, I've changed it to movie title so that it works perfectly, which is all right. You can see all your available columns by the side. So mine matches correctly. And if everything is all right, you should see no syntax errors have been detected. If you're having some errors after you've pasted this directly, it's possible that it's coming from this movie title in here. So just adjust that to the name of your movie column. It was title before, but now I changed it to movie title. So when that's done, I'll click OK. Boom. So you will be able to see here, right, that the first movie here has 2 words. What's the movie? Go down here, Avengers Endgame. It's correct. 2 words. It's not taking the colon as an extra word. If you go into a movie like a movie that has a hyphen, which is this number 4, which is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, is calculating it correctly as 7 words. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think it's correct. It's clean. All you need to do now is click close and apply. Right? When you click close and apply, see no questions. Okay, good to go. You click close and apply. Watch Power BI do all these queries. I'm just trying to troubleshoot something here. These are remove items. This is text dot split. And that should work. No, but that's not working. Give me a sec. List of count, user and text dot split, maybe that. That. The splitting movie titles, you need to have a space in the middle. And that should work. Okay. Awesome. So if you have this, then you're almost done. You're like, congratulations. Like, 70% of the work, 80%, if not more, of the work involved in any data science project is what we've just done. The data collection, the data aggregation, the consolidation, the cleaning, the preparation. It can take days for different people. For me, I like spending a few days writing an automation function, right? I enjoy that part before beginning to visualize, because going through that process allows me to understand the data even more, right? And it's you see that you can build more informed visuals because you've spent time, caressing the data. You've spent time remolding and reshaping the data.